When you initially found out, what were some of your thoughts?
About time. I'm grateful. I was losing hope, and I was just grateful, just really happy. They were like, "You got any questions for us?" And I'm like, "I'll probably have them when I get to the car." But as of right now, I'm just really, really grateful that justice is starting to be served. I mean, there's still so much more to do, so many more people to be held accountable. But Rika would not be in an urn had it not been for her father. And the fact that he wasn't locked up just made it really hard to sleep at night.
What were I know you mentioned she wouldn't be in an urn because of the father. What were some of the things that throughout the course of the case that kind of popped out to you that you didn't expect Richard to be a part of?
Oh my God, the text messages. The fact that he walked right past her, he didn't even acknowledge that she was standing there. That there was a big, like, I don't even know who he is. Rich and I were together for 8 years, and he didn't have that. I didn't see that coming. But the most traumatic for me were his words, the way that he was texting and talking about Rika. Like, this is your child. Like, I just was thinking about, when I found out I was pregnant, I was thinking about the homecoming when we came home from the hospital, how he had surprised me with, banners and balloons and everything, and how much love I knew that he had for her. And I was floored by reading the text messages and the things that he had to say about his daughter.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. From when y'all were together and Rika was there, was he always? I mean, how did he act towards Rika? I guess when you were there, when you were saying.
Protective. When she was first born, he didn't want me to work for that period of time when she was born. Whenever he'd go to work and come back, and if the neighbors were, having Rika, where's my baby? Go get my baby. He didn't want nobody touching her. He didn't want nobody talking to her. He didn't want people breathing on her. I mean, he was extremely, extremely protective of her. And so to see that, but I seen it progressing. I seen it progressing, and I told people. So I mean, I didn't expect it.
And I know you probably already got this question asked by Matt, but when you heard that, I guess Rika or Cynthia was requesting a new trial, um, given everything that came out in that first trial, can you talk me through what you were thinking initially?
The same thing that I've always thought, that there's something severely wrong with her. And I believe wholeheartedly that she takes pleasure in what she did to my baby. I'm 100% sure that this new trial isn't because she truly believes that she's going to get a lighter sentence or she's going to be found not guilty. I honestly believe that she wants an opportunity to relive what she did. She wants to watch those videos. She wants to see that. She takes pleasure in what she did to my baby.
You were initially on the list to be a witness, correct? What happened with that part of it?
I showed up. I was there. I was prepared to testify, but um, they didn't call me up to do that, and they said because of that letter, they weren't going to have me testify because if we would have had to get on the stand, then they would have presented that letter. So that letter ultimately stopped me from testifying.
And if there's a new trial with Richard and obviously the trial with Cynthia, do you want to testify during those times?
I mean, I just don't even know what I would have to testify for. I wasn't present. I wasn't there. I don't have, outside of me trying to save my daughter, and besides me speaking to the courts and, trying to get his attention, I just don't know how I could benefit or harm either of them in either any way. I wasn't there. I wasn't present. I wouldn't be any good on the stand for either one of them. So I don't know why they would call me.
During the court case, it was told that sometimes Rika would go and be with you, and then sometimes she would have to stay with Richard and Cynthia. During the times that she was with you, did you ever sense that maybe something was going on at that house?
Yes. Yes. I guess it was started. I got pictures of her foot, and she had a corn or wart, we don't know, on her foot. And I was taking pictures of the progress of it. And then I buy her flip flops to wear home, because she said that she'd have these big shoes that didn't fit and they were hurting her foot. And so at one of the visits, I ended up taking her to Broman Hospital, and they ended up cutting it off, and she got better. But I would tell Richard, you need to take some time out with your daughter. You need to talk to her. There's some things that she wants to say to you. And he's like, you tripping and all this other stuff. And then it was the time that I took her back from them, and I got her for that month. And they investigated and unfounded it.
Well, have you spoken to Richard before, I guess, you were first incarcerated?
No, I haven't spoken to Richard since about maybe July of 2018. I hadn't spoken. Well, I take that back. I spoke to Richard October of 2018 when he told me that he didn't want anything to do with my baby, and that he needed for me to find someone to adopt her, to relinquish his responsibility of her, that I need to find a knight in shining armor, are the words that he used, because he didn't want to pay child support. He didn't want visits. He didn't want anything to do with her. And I told them that I would go to the courthouse and I would file a motion, in which I did. And he said, no, that's not going to work. You need to find someone to adopt her. And I said, you're crazy. So no one needs to adopt her, Richard. You just need to give her back to me. And he said, that's not how it works. I got the text messages printed out where, we were going back and forth, and he was saying, this is it. After the phone conversation, like, you're going to do it my way or it's not going to get done at all.
From being the protective person that he was to that text message, what do you think happened in the middle of all
that? My head will bust trying to even put it all together, because I just can't. I don't know the power that Cindy has. I don't understand the power that she has. Rika wasn't a bad kid, like, at all. You could yell at her and she would scream murder. It don't take what I saw. It don't take that. And I didn't even watch all the videos. I just watched the one with her in the corner and the girl dancing behind her. I didn't watch everything else, but it didn't take that. Rika was sweet, man. It didn't take any of what they did to her.
Did you ever speak to Cynthia throughout that entire process of when Rico was visiting you and going back to them before you got incarcerated?
Yeah, I couldn't talk to Richard. Richard would not speak to me. Anything relating to my daughter went through Cindy. And at one of the court dates, I told Richard, Cindy didn't show up for one of the court dates, and he was there by himself. So we were in a room, and I told him, I said, I'm not even fighting you in this divorce battle, in this custody battle. I'm fighting Cindy, and that's not fair. Like, Cindy and I didn't make this baby together. I mean, you and I made this baby together. So I don't know why you won't, deal with me on this. And I don't know, but everything was through Cindy. I was fighting Cindy like I was married to Cindy, and it was an ugly divorce battle with Cindy.
Did you ever think, in speaking with her, did you ever sense malice about her, or something was a little off?
Yeah, we had gotten into an argument outside of my place, and she said, when I had my hair short, she had mentioned cutting my daughter's hair. And when they got her back, that's exactly what they did. They cut my daughter's hair. She's evil. She's an evil, evil person. She's evil. I don't know the evil that lives within her, but she's evil. It's in her face, it's in her eyes, it's in her conversation. She was pregnant when she came to my house arguing, and she was drunk. But they sit and battered and bashed my character. But this woman was no better. She's, in fact, 100 times worse.
So let's move on to the rally that happened. Obviously, the rally, you told me, was to kind of just gain awareness for Richard's involvement in the entire thing. What was kind of said at that rally, and do you believe that, everyone behind the cause now is more involved, getting to actually hear from you for the first time?
Well, I believe that the whole point is to create awareness. Like, you got to listen. You got to be alert. Like, I'm a mother. And so, yeah, I'm in court, and I may be argumentative. I may be yelling and screaming. I may even be real disrespectful. But I got a passion. This is my child. Listen to me is all I was saying, was listen to me. So agencies and people in positions that are mandated reporters, neighbors, friends, family members, listen, look. I mean, people that know me and people that know my daughter with me, they know how my daughter looked. They seen her happy. They seen her joyful. I had a woman tell me, like, the last time she seen Rika, she was with her dad in the store, and she was our neighbor for years. And she would usually see her, and she'd run up to her, and she's smiling. She said when she seen Rika, she had her head down, and she just looked like she was just miserable. That kind of stuff are signs, and you need to be aware of those signs. And when someone is, I pretty much, I touched the bottom trying to get someone to listen to me. The depression that I went through when I wasn't being heard, it doesn't make sense. If someone would have listened a long time ago, we wouldn't be here today. So the purpose of the rally is just, you need to listen. It is your business. When it comes to children, it is your business. You ain't no snitch. You ain't no weak person. You not know nothing. We don't have a world without our kids. And right now, kids are dying every day. Every time you turn on the TV, it's another child by the hands of somebody that's supposed to love and protect them. I care for my babies. I got 5. I've been a mother since I was 17. I wanted my kids, all of them. That's why I had them. And my kids are all, they're my life. I couldn't imagine wanting to hurt on my kids. I don't understand people have abortions. Don't bring a child into the world, because kids don't deserve that. And Rika knew what love was. Rika knew what it meant to be in a family that cared for her. Rika knew what it meant to feel like a princess and have the world in her hands. To go from that to what she went through, and I'm in court all the time, begging and pleading. Just let her come back. Just let her come back. There was nothing stopping her from coming to me. I had my boys. Why couldn't I have my daughter? There was nothing stopping any reason why she couldn't come besides the outcome. Cindy was having her way with my daughter, and Richard did nothing about it. They were having their way with her as a household, and nobody did anything about it. So I don't know.
When I first got here, you mentioned keeping others accountable. Now that Richard has been incarcerated, it doesn't stop here, right? For you?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She went to school. She never went to the doctor. People seen her. Babysitters seen her. There's pictures on my Facebook that someone shared, and my daughter's got a wig on. She's got a black eye on that picture, and she's at a babysitter. You cannot have children in your care that you're not looking out for. Somebody at any one time could have saved my daughter's life. Any one person. People don't want to be involved. It's not their business. It is your business. My daughter's dead because nobody wanted to get in the middle. There was never a lie that was told coming out of my mouth pertaining to my daughter and the situation that she was in. All I told my daughter when she went to meet with anybody was to be brave. That's it. That's the only thing I ever told her. Be brave. I never coerced her. I never told her to say anything was going on except for be brave, princess. When I had to take her back in August, that was the worst thing that ever happened. Like, I knew that I was giving her to death. I knew that I was.
I spoke with a congressman right after the trial, and he said that, the sad part about this is if Cynthia hadn't done the final blow, this could have continued on happening because it was happening behind closed doors and no one was doing anything. Is your goal to kind of hope that this doesn't happen to anyone else, to kind of push that people should speak up when they do see something?
I've got an inbox full of people sharing their story with me, and I asked them to share the story to our group because it's empowering. And a lot of people suffer just like Rika, but they were able to get out. But as we watch TV every day, we see that a lot of kids don't. And that's what I'm going to use my every breath doing, is making sure the kids have an opportunity to be kids. Kids have an opportunity to know love, to grow. We got to make some changes. Felons, because my son is in DCFS right now because nobody passed the background when I went to prison. It ain't that I didn't have anybody to care for him. It's nobody could pass a background. That's not okay. Felons can show love. Felons can be parents. Felons probably got more love, apparently, than people that don't. Cindy ain't got no felonies. She didn't. Richard didn't have no felonies. The kids or adults in the household didn't have felonies. but they're sitting there abusing my daughter. They need to change the way that they look at stuff. The system has to change. DCFS has to change. Mandated reporters, they have to be held accountable. They got to report. What are you a mandated reporter for if you're being biased? If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? And our kids are suffering every day. But then on the backside, after a child dies, then you want to come and say, oh, I should have done more. Oh, I knew this was going on. No, that needs to stop. We need to speak up for our kids. I told DCFS, man, y'all got to pull my baby out. Y'all got to take her somewhere safe. Y'all got to not call first and let them know that y'all coming. I said, that lady has scared my baby so much that she's afraid to speak. I said, y'all got to take her out and give her an opportunity to tell y'all what's going on. Whenever they did their investigations, I bet they didn't lift her shirts. I bet they didn't have her pull her pants down. If they would have looked at her, they would have seen. After she had her black eyes and they told her to take her to the doctor, how come they didn't follow through? How come those teachers are seeing when she was given a coat and the stuff that happened after that? How come people didn't do something then? All of those people are responsible for my daughter being where she's at right now. All of those people. And everybody is responsible. And everybody is going to pay. And I'm not going to stop. I want laws to change. Kids don't deserve this. My daughter, I can't even imagine, like, I can't even imagine what she must have been thinking, standing there every day, going through the stuff that she went through every single day, and her father's right there. How could this man that loved me and cared for me and just nurture me, torture me now like this? Like, no, that's got to change. That's going to change.
Is there anything else you want to say just about Richard being arrested?
I'm grateful that progress is being made. I'm grateful progress is being made, and I'm hopeful that more is to come. I'm hopeful that, they dissect this case and see all the mishaps that happened and things change, because nobody deserves to be in an urn. No mother deserves it. No brothers deserve it. Grandparents, his mom died. She gave up. She didn't understand this. This was her world, her sugar mama. She didn't want to live no more. She didn't understand this. No grandparent deserves this. Somebody has to make a change. People have positions. They need to work their positions. They need to do what's being asked of them, their job description. They need to do that. Nobody deserves to be in the position that my family is in, period. We didn't even get closure. This is what I come home to. I'm expecting a call for a memorial or a funeral or something. I'm expecting something. I don't get nothing. Nothing. He don't honor my baby's life at all. Like, you beat her, kill her, and throw her in the fire. Like, that's all my baby's worth? Come on, man. That's not okay. So, I mean, the fact that he gone, I mean, I pray to God he don't get out. I pray to God he don't get out. And if he do get out, I pray to God that they work really hard and prosecute him so that he gets the maximum possible, because I'm going to fight for it.